Good evening. Tonight we're diving into a story that's equal parts romance, music, and courtroom drama. We're talking about Ed Sheeran, the ginger-haired troubadour whose heartfelt lyrics have soundtracked countless wedding dances, karaoke nights, and late-night sing-alongs around the world. His song Photograph didn't just top charts, it became a global sensation, resonating with millions who found their own stories in its gentle melody. It's a sweet ballad about preserving love in a picture, capturing a moment, a feeling, and holding on to it forever. But behind this seemingly innocent love song lies a more complicated and surprisingly litigious story that few fans saw coming. In 2016, Photograph found itself at the center of a massive multi-million-dollar copyright lawsuit, shaking the music world. Suddenly, the song wasn't just about love anymore. It became a battleground for debates over chord progressions, melodies, and the very idea of intellectual property in music. This case pulls back the curtain on the music industry, revealing just how blurry the line can be between inspiration and imitation. In a world where artists are constantly influenced by what came before, the legal line between homage and plagiarism is razor thin, and often very expensive. It asks a fundamental question: when does a song stop being inspired and start being a copy? And who gets to decide? We'll look at who sued Sheeran, why they believe Photograph crossed the line, and for how much. A figure so large it could buy a lifetime supply of flannel shirts, guitars, and maybe even a few recording studios. We'll dissect the arguments, the musical nuts and bolts, and the subtle details that can make or break a case like this. And we'll explore why this case matters to anyone who's ever wondered, haven't I heard that before? Or felt déjà vu listening to a new hit. The outcome, or lack of a clear one, sent ripples through the industry, leaving songwriters and producers everywhere a little more cautious. So, let's dive into the time one of the world's biggest pop songs got into some very big trouble, and what it means for the future of music. It's part love song, part legal thriller, and entirely worth your attention. Let's meet our cast. This is a story where fame, creativity, and controversy collide, and the players couldn't be more different. First, Ed Sheeran, by 2014 already a global superstar when Photograph dropped on his albums. With his heartfelt lyrics and signature ginger hair, Sheeran was riding high, selling out arenas and topping charts around the world. The song was a massive hit, cementing his status as the king of the modern ballad. Photograph became an anthem for millions, soundtracking weddings, breakups, and everything in between. On the other side, Martin Harrington and Thomas Leonard, seasoned songwriters, though not household names. They'd written for pop acts and worked behind the scenes, crafting melodies that sometimes slipped under the radar. Their song Amazing, performed by X Factor winner Matt Cardle in 2010, was a minor UK hit but quickly faded from memory. Despite its brief moment in the spotlight, Amazing never reached the heights of Photograph. In June 2016, 2 years after Photograph became a hit, Harrington and Leonard filed a lawsuit, represented by the same lawyer who won the Blurred Lines case. This was no ordinary legal move. It was a bold challenge to one of pop's biggest stars. They weren't just asking for credit, they wanted $20 million in damages. The stakes were sky high, and the music industry was paying close attention. This wasn't a friendly chat, it was a legal bombshell in Sheeran's career. The case threatened not just his reputation, but also the way pop music is written and shared. The lawsuit made headlines, pitting a superstar against two lesser-known writers and dragging a forgotten song back into the spotlight. Suddenly, the world was debating originality, influence, and where inspiration ends and copying begins. Suddenly, millions were listening to Amazing with new, critical ears. Fans and critics alike started comparing the two songs, searching for similarities and differences. The stage was set: Photograph, a commercial juggernaut, versus Amazing, a song with a strikingly similar chorus. It was a showdown that would test the boundaries of creativity and copyright. The battle lines were drawn. Both sides prepared for a fight that could change the music industry forever. And the world was watching, waiting to see who would come out on top in this high-stakes musical showdown. What was the lawsuit about? Harrington and Leonard claimed Photograph copied a substantial part of their song Amazing, specifically the chorus. Their legal documents went note for note, alleging that 39 notes in the chorus of Photograph matched Amazing in pitch, rhythm, and placement. They argued the similarity was instantly recognizable, that the heart of their song had been lifted. The lawsuit pointed to matching chord progressions, tempo, and vocal melody. Musical analysis and transcriptions backed up their claim, arguing the overlap was too precise to be coincidence. This wasn't about a few shared chords. Pop music is full of those. Their case rested on the unique combination of melody, rhythm, and harmony. The $20 million figure was based on Photograph's massive success. They wanted a significant share of the profits from a song they believed was built on their creative foundation. When news of the lawsuit broke, the internet became a massive decentralized jury, YouTube filled with mashups playing the choruses of Photograph and Amazing back-to-back. For many, the similarity was startling. The melodic shape, rhythm, and feel were remarkably alike. This public comparison took the case out of legal documents and into the court of public opinion. Sheeran's fans defended him, calling the similarities coincidental. Others were convinced it was too close to be an accident. The debate raged online, with millions acting as amateur musicologists. These videos put pressure on both sides. Suddenly, the evidence was something anyone could hear. For the plaintiffs, public reaction was validation. The chorus of "wow, they really do sound the same" bolstered their position. The case wasn't just a technicality, it resonated with ordinary listeners. The fan-made videos turned millions into detectives, all trying to solve the same musical mystery, and the stakes felt higher than ever. Now the legal arguments. Harrington and Leonard claimed the chorus of Photograph copied a significant original part of Amazing. They argued Sheeran had access to Amazing. Matt Cardle was a UK star, and Sheeran was in the same scene. Their case was built on both striking similarity and opportunity. Sheeran's likely defense? The similarities were coincidental, based on common musical elements. Pop music is built on shared chords and rhythms, elements so common they aren't protected by copyright. The defense would argue the 39-note sequence wasn't unique, and similar patterns exist in older songs. Their goal, convince a jury the similarity was superficial, the result of two songwriters drawing from the same pop conventions. It's the classic great minds think alike defense, just with guitars. So what happened? Was there a dramatic trial? No. In April 2017, less than a year after the lawsuit was filed, the case was settled out of court. Both sides reached a private agreement, and the lawsuit was dismissed. A settlement isn't an admission of guilt, it's a business decision. Trials are expensive, unpredictable, and risky, even if you think you'll win. The terms of the settlement were confidential. We don't know how much was paid or if songwriting credits changed. The public, so invested in the debate, was left without a final verdict. The musical mystery was never officially solved. This outcome is common in high-profile copyright cases. Neither side wants to risk everything in court. For Sheeran, it meant moving on without a public battle. For Harrington and Leonard, it meant a guaranteed payout. A passionate dispute ended with a quiet handshake. Why does this matter? Why should we care about a few high-profile lawsuits in the music industry? Because cases like this have a chilling effect on creativity, reaching far beyond the courtroom and into the heart of the songwriting process. After Blurred Lines and Photograph, songwriters everywhere began to fear that any unintentional similarity, even a few notes or a familiar rhythm, could land them in legal trouble. The threat of legal action discourages artists from taking risks, making them second-guess every creative decision. Music is built on inspiration, on borrowing and transforming what came before. But these lawsuits made the line between influence and infringement seem dangerous and unpredictable. Songwriters started second-guessing their instincts, wondering, does this melody sound too familiar? Is it safe to use, or is it a potential lawsuit waiting to happen? Is this chord progression too close to a hit? Should I change it, even if it feels right for my song? The high financial stakes changed the game, hit songs became legal targets, and the fear of losing everything loomed large. Even accidental similarities could lead to lawsuits that are cheaper to settle than to fight, forcing artists to make tough choices. For emerging artists, the fear of litigation can be paralyzing, stopping promising careers before they even begin. If artists are afraid to take risks, music becomes less diverse and interesting. The world loses out on bold new sounds and fresh ideas. The Photograph case shows how the legal system, even with good intentions, can have unintended consequences that ripple through the entire music world. It's not just about one song or one lawsuit, it's about the future of creativity and whether artists feel free to express themselves without fear. The Photograph lawsuit is part of a bigger conversation about copyright in modern music. Copyright law was designed for books, where copying is obvious. Music is more abstract. There are only 12 notes in Western music, so where do you draw the line between common phrases and unique expression? This case highlights the tension between protecting songwriters and allowing music to evolve. The legal climate is shifting towards stricter interpretations, focusing on feel and groove, not just direct copying. The photograph case focused on a specific sequence of notes, but the quick settlement left the central question unanswered. Without clear legal precedents, artists and the industry are left in uncertainty. Ultimately, these cases force us to ask, should copyright reward originality or encourage a vibrant musical culture, even if that means some overlap? The Photographs lawsuit is a perfect example of this dilemma. So, what's the takeaway? The Photograph lawsuit is a journey into the heart of the modern music industry. Two songwriters felt their work was copied and received a private settlement. From their perspective, the system worked. For Sheeran, settling was a business decision. Not guilt, not innocence, just ambiguity. The public is left to listen and decide for themselves. There's no final verdict. The real lesson in music copyright: there are rarely simple answers. The line between inspiration and infringement is fuzzy, and the stakes are high. The case reminds us that songs are both art and valuable commercial products. Ultimately, the Photograph lawsuit invites you to be the judge. Listen to the mashups. Do you hear a coincidence or a copy? In the end, the most important notes are the ones never played in public.